welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show where we show you 10 of the biggest and or best comics that are releasing this week. They come out on Wednesday, so you have a better idea of what you're in store for when you head to your local comic store or head over to infinityflux.net and you order these books, or you come into Infinity Flux here, or you go to your shop. A little extra knowledge is helpful.
Wherever you get your books.
Wherever you get your books, we're here to inform you about them.
Right.
So let's get into this week's books.
Yeah, we are going to start with Captain America #2. I love the first issue. I was excited for this, and it did not disappoint. So just like the first issue, this tells two different stories. One of those stories being the main one, being Captain America and the new Howling Commandos, and this new character, David Colton, infiltrating Latveria, trying to rescue some U.S. diplomats. And then the other story is introducing us to more of David Colton, telling us more about his story, his time in the role, I guess, as Captain America. Don't know if he has that name, but a really cool issue. We get a little bit of action in this, and I think it's setting up a really cool story with Doom next issue.
And first up for me is Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League #1. This was really fun. We catch up with like what's going on with Cheetah right now. She's dealing with kind of an insatiable hunger that she's having to literally eat people to keep it at bay. We've got Cheshire, who is out doing her kind of assassin missions and all of that. But they come together because one of them has the idea of a big score to rob the Justice League Watchtower. And what is there that they in particular want to steal? You'll have to read it to find out. It's something that I don't know if it's going to turn out to be real, but if it is, it's a pretty big item there.
If it is, why does that exist?
Why does it exist, and why is that not in the middle of the sun or something? So, yeah, I thought this was really fun. Really great dialogue, written by Greg Rucka and the arts by Nicholas Scott. Highly recommend this one for a really fun new series.
Next for me is Absolute Superman #10. This is a very action-packed issue as Superman and the Omega Man launch an assault on the Lazarus Corporation's research facility in Greenland because they are holding Jimmy Olsen captive. Lots of big action, lots of big fighting, couple of surprise twists and turns that I didn't see coming, but just another fantastic issue of Absolute Superman.
Next up for me is Tama #1. This is from a brand new publisher. Yeah, this is Panic Entertainment, and this is a really fun, nostalgic book. If you're a fan of things like Pokemon or Gigapets, Tamagotchi, Digimon, because this sees the idea, what happens when your neglected digital pets from years gone by are upset that you've kept them in a drawer for so many years and they want revenge. That's kind of just the elevator pitch for it. There's a lot more to it about these VR glasses you wear and you can actually see your pet. About they've got a happiness meter and what happens when that happiness meter goes into the red. A lot of terrible things. This is not for kids. It is very violent, but it's also a lot of fun with a whole like encyclopedia of all the different creatures in the back that I was really enjoyed. So don't miss out on this one if you think that fits what you're into.
Next for me is One World Under Doom #6. Remember this book? It's been a couple months since we had an issue of this, but it's back now. And this issue is split into two different halves. One half is Reed and Doom doing a live televised debate. Reed says, if you can, or actually Doom says, if you can convince me why what I'm doing is wrong, I will step down. Meanwhile, while they're doing that, there are a handful of heroes who do manage to get beyond his Doom's magical barrier dome that's been covering Latveria to try to find out what exactly has he been doing inside this dome for all these months. They do find out. We do see what it is. I'm not going to tell you, but it was pretty shocking.
Next up, we got another Absolute book, Absolute Green Lantern, issue #5. This one, we finally see how Hal Jordan becomes the Black Hand, and it's a pretty intense scene with him doing something I did not expect. We also see Hector Hammond make a bigger introduction in this, as he is going to attempt to find out what this giant lantern that crashed on the city is made of. Can he get into it? And there is a big reveal at the end that has me wanting to read the next issue to find out what is actually going on in all of this. Another great issue of Absolute Green Lantern with a bunch of action.
Next for me is Godzilla Escape the Deadzone #1. This is the second in the shared Godzilla universe that IDW has started creating. And in this one, it takes place in the Dead Zone, which is basically the Pacific Northwest of the country that has been walled off from everything else because of a devastating kaiju attack there several years ago. And the US government declares this region as uninhabitable, but that is far from true. There are several mutates there. There are several mutant creatures there. And then this guy, the Wanderer, he wanders the land helping people with their kaiju problems for the right price, of course. But he runs afoul of something that may be even too big for him to handle.
Next up, I've got Star Wars Legacy of Vader #7. In this one, Kylo seeks out who may be the last remaining survivor of Order 66, which took place like 30 plus years before this book takes place. What has kept them alive so long? How have they managed to survive the Separatists or the clones, the Empire, the First Order? Kylo Ren may be in over his head as he learns some truths about some stuff that I thought he already knew, but turns out he didn't. And this is a pretty important piece in the building blocks of Kylo Ren. So another great issue with issue #7.
Last for me is All New Venom #9. I do need to issue a Paul warning. Paul is in this at least a little bit, but this is the final showdown, I think, anyway, between Venom and Sleeper and Doc Ock and the agents of Scar. It's very very action packed with gorgeous artwork. There is a really cool new character design in this that I want to see more of. We get to see Sleeper use his chemokinesis to create different acids and gases and things like that. That was really cool. And the ending was awesome. Probably my favorite ending of any book this year.
Yep. And speaking of spiders and venoms and mostly Spider-Mans, this is Amazing Spider-Man #9. The art in this one is actually done by Michael Dowling, which was really nice, a nice change of pace. I will say facts about this book. There is there is the Shocker shows up with his new team, the Aftershocks, that are really fun, and it looks like maybe they're going to be working with a big player in the city. We have Mary Jane does confront Peter and reveals that she is Venom. It's not a spoiler. It was in the in this solicitation, but you'll have to see what happens, and you'll have to feel ways that maybe we felt about it. And then there is a final page that is very interesting. It is setting up the next big story arc in Amazing Spider-Man, and has us guessing about who or what is going on. So it's an issue of Amazing Spider-Man with issue #9. And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. So thank you so much for watching. Head on over to infinityflux.net right now where you can order these books. They are live right now. That way when they're released on Wednesday, you don't have to worry about them selling out. They will be ready for you whether you are local or somewhere we mail to. You'll have your books covered.
Yep.
So stay tuned for our longer video where we'll be going over these, their variants, and more coming up right after this. But until next time,
See ya.